My name is Tanya Ridley, and I'm a metal lapper for Union Local 46 here in New York City. Who, Who knew that in 2006, when I saw that Subway ad about non-traditional employment for women, that I'd be standing here today? I sure didn't. Let me take you back to the front desk where it all began. I was working as a receptionist in an office in Lower Manhattan, making very little and not feeling very productive. When the tragedy of September 11th happened and I saw the opportunity to rebuild, I knew that I needed to be a part of it. And I knew that it wasn't going to happen with me sitting behind a desk. I come from a family of blue-collar men and women. Among them, my aunt, Karen Ridley, who retired as a proud New York City police officer, and my grandfather, Robert Ridley, who was a conductor with the MTA. My family saw my struggles to find a career that I loved, and they wondered when Tanya was going to get it together. They actually breathed a sigh of relief when I found new and took my first step toward a career in the trades. I am so grateful that my grandfather, who was the one who raised me and so was especially proud of me, was able to see me become a tradeswoman. I only wish that he was still around to witness this moment, and I share this award with him today. I started new at night in September of 2007. Everything was so immediate and hands-on. I entered new knowing how to type and answer telephones. With training from very knowledgeable instructors, I completed new knowing how to paint walls and trim, how to understand the floor plan for a building structure, and perhaps most importantly, how to lift 65-pound buckets of concrete without breaking a sweat. I'd also always been very fearful of math, and in construction, it's all math all the time. In just 6 weeks of training at New, I was understanding math concepts that I couldn't grasp all through high school. New is always in my corner. New has supported me throughout my entire career. Even when there were things like personal issues at home working against me and my success, Linda Young, New's social worker, was there to guide me through it and provide resources that empowered me and made me the more confident tradeswoman that I am today. When New referred me to Local 46, I brought that confidence to my roundtable panel interview with the Local 46 delegates, a panel similar to the ones sitting at table 36. And I was accepted into the apprenticeship program for Local 46 in 2008. Although I had set out for this career with the goal of eventually becoming a part of the rebuilding effort, I never imagined that one of my earliest jobs as a lapper would be rebuilding at ground zero. I was the only female lapper at World Trade Center Tower 4 for over a year. That was a really big deal to me, and I'd like to tell you about one of my best days. During the first year of my apprenticeship in 2009, I came to work as usual at 6:30 a.m., not knowing that that day would turn into my first double shift. We worked from 7 a.m. until 11 p.m. that night, laying foundation for Tower 4. We put in a lot of tonnage that day, and in lapper terms, that's really heavy steel. We were passing slices of pizza and soda around the 6 p.m. break as we worked late into the evening. On that day, each hour that we thought we were leaving to go home, we were asked to stay on and finish the job. We had a concrete pour coming in early the next day, and I watched as guys called it a day, gave up, threw in the towel, but I carried on, and I felt proud to be a strong tradeswoman. I couldn't wait to brag. I couldn't wait to brag to my grandfather the next day about how I stuck it out. Today, I'm out there on the steel every day with my reel around my waist and my pliers in my hand making it happen. As hard as I work, I don't do it alone. There are a number of people who are the reason why I am the laugher that I am today. I was fortunate to find a mentor in Terrace Gilliam, one of the few female laughers in Local 46 and certainly one of the best. I learned so much from Terrace, a fellow new graduate. I met her while I was working on the steel for J&E Rebar, one of the best rebar companies that I ever worked for, thanks to General Foreman Jerry Strail. Jerry Strail doesn't care who you are, male or female. If you can work, he is going to put you to work. Jerry Strail introduced me to my first 7-day work week. That's 7 days, all work, all the time. Weekends were but a dream. It was with Jerry that I worked on the 2nd Avenue subway line while still working at the World Trade Center site. I was actually bouncing between the two sites each week, and it was awesome. Then there's Chip Langan, the apprentice coordinator for Local 46, who kept me in line and focused on my classroom training throughout my apprenticeship. And finally, there's business agent Terry Moore, who has just always been on my side no matter what. I also want to thank Ms. Shelby Lawson, my former supervisor at my job as a dental receptionist. On the day of my interview with Ms. Lawson, she said that she saw something in me that let her know that I wouldn't be a receptionist for long. She knew that I didn't belong behind a desk, and she advised me as much the day that she hired me. I am so grateful to all of these individuals and also to those who have taught me and guided me in so many ways. Now, I'm a mentor to new apprentices entering Local 46. My plans for the future now include not only to continue working in the trade that I love, but to eventually become the first woman general foreman in Local 46. Tradesmen and women now approach me with questions about the steel, and it feels good that I know the answers. My bucket list is now one that is within my reach because of Local 46 and new. I've been out of the country a few times. All of my bills are paid on time. I own my own apartment, and I've got some money in the bank. Yeah. Good things come to those who work hard. On all of the projects that I've worked on in this great city, especially at Ground Zero, I worked really hard and I made my mark. On Tower 4, I was there from the foundation to the 15th floor. I left a legacy there that will be remembered as a part of history. Someday I hope to be able to show my future children and grandchildren what I built. New has changed my life for the better, and I pay it forward. Now, when I see a strong woman working behind a desk or at a cash register, I approach them and I say, hey, I got a number that's going to change your life. Thank you.